Happy Wednesdays. What? Wowwy'z Workshop. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry about that. There we go. That's a little bit better. The live stream is on. I can see myself. We got a couple people in the chat. We got Grumpy. He slid in the first today. And a new member of our mod squad. Thank you, Tim. Love you, brother. Brothy. That's brother and buddy combined. Brothy. And we got Sean, Pen on Fire Carvings. And Sean is listening today with the headphones while he's at work. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But we appreciate you, Sean. Thank you for being here, brother. Okay, well, they're talking about disability issues and stuff. Sean's suffering. He's got stuff in the neck. And actually, Tim is suffering with neck pain too today. Fuck you guys. Like, there's so many of our warriors in our tribe that live every day in some severe amounts of pain, but yet they keep creating. It's how we use art as our therapy and purpose. So many of us in this tribe. And yeah, without art, I wouldn't be here. I can tell you guys that. On my life, I wouldn't be here. How's everybody doing? Perry the Carving Wizard just slid in. Hello, Perry. We were talking earlier. I'm making Perry a special package, and I'm doing up some special some blungling for the younglings. And I want to make it so that each one, you know, is kind of specifically for that child. So they, you know, it's customized. But Wowie always uses the vintage, authentic stuff, right? So I have to go through my hoard. I guess it must be, I just might as well be honest. My hoard of pendants and stuff, and pick out pieces that apply to each one. And that's coming very, very soon, Perry. Your box is next. Well, yours and Luann's at the same time are going. But Mark Tries to Carve is here. Oh, and also, hello, Mark. How are you doing, brother? You've been making awesome stuff as usual. Stevens S. Carvings is here. Hello, Steven. And I want you as well, sir. I've been making some amazing stuff lately. I flew on there earlier and hit the likes and the loves on the Kindred Spirits. Lawrence is here. Hello, Lawrence. Thank you for coming back, brother. Mark, how is it tomorrow in New Zealand? Because it's Thursday for Mark. Thank you for coming, brother. And Lawrence, and also Suzanne Rhinestone, Suzanne. She slid in, told me that she was just heading home, and as soon as she gets home and safe and off the road or whatever, she'll be tuning on in. Ciao! Tuning on in. So, did I mention LaRue? LaRue's been doing a lot of music work, guys. I know you guys have been hearing our new reels and stuff. Because I'm making that, we're making that music, and it's our own, and we own the rights to it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I just found actually a new feature on it, where you can use use your microphone, and you can sing in your song and your melody and the beat, the pat, everything, and then it'll match it. You verify what your lyrics are. And then it'll match it. So now, like the music that I actually make on my guitar and I write myself, I can, when I've compiled my song, as long as it's under 8 minutes, I can sing it in there, and then it'll come back and it'll actually match the proper chords and everything. And I've been having a really, really fun time with that, man. The other day I was walking Poppy and I made a little poop and pee Poppy on her trail song. Came back, sang it into the old thing, said I wanted it to be upbeat, swing, catchy, finger snapping and harmony. And they came back with my song, but just as it was in my head. And that is pretty freaking cool. So I'm really, really excited with all of the music to come. And so is LaRue. Everybody's just saying hello. Scott is here. Dad Cars. Hello, Dad Cars. Thank you for coming, man. Ciao. And Stephen S. Carvings, I was rambling there. I saw your new mushroom one. That's really, really cool. And hello to the wife. Hello. And I don't know if Kevin Strelly is going to be able to see this. I know that his internet has been bad when it comes to the lives. And it's really, really late for the poor guy. But I've been thinking of you, Kevin. You know, the loss of your older brother. And I love you, my wee plonker brother. My little buddy. But I say wee plonker in with love. It's It's a nickname that he gave me to use, and it's a term of endearment. And I've been thinking of you, and you and Pauline. So yes, all the good people are rolling in. So guys, I've been working here because I didn't want, if I did everything as it was, this thing would never get finished, okay? But I've been working on Bing, and we had some things happen, okay? Now, last time, a lot of you guys who tuned in saw that I had used an aniline dye on Bing, a green, a nice deep forest green, and she really did. It turned green. And I was pretty excited about it, but at the same time, I had these kind of thoughts about, it was a bit too green, because I really want the flocking and the static grass to really have a dramatic effect and be seen and not just blend in with the whole thing like a big lump. And I had that thought, right? Like it was too much green. So, hey, you put those kind of things out into the universe, and the universe is going to give you something back, right? So what happened is I got my Rust-Oleum spray. Oh, it's outside. I got the Rust-Oleum spray. I got Bing all ready. And I went outside yesterday, and I sprayed her, and this is what happened. Holy Jesus, guys. Look at that. Now, it still is green, but a lot of her true colors came out of the wood. Isn't that awesome? So now the flocking and the static grass is going to jump off a lot more like I wished. And then here, a lot of you guys may have remembered that under here, it was all wood epoxy. A really, really light beige. Well, it's a pretty funny freaking story with that. Now, when she was still all green, it's funny because I asked my wife, because my wife is an amazing artist, spooky newbie, and I asked her, I showed her when it was all green, and I showed her the patch spot, and I explained myself, and I said, do you think I could cover that? Do you think I can match it with the greens? And she said, you know what, you're asking the paint to do too much. Like, that's such a dramatic change in the twos. She's like, I think you're better off just covering it with the flock and the static grass and not even attempting it. But sometimes Wowie is kind of stubborn, and I don't listen very well. I love you, baby. And so I tried it anyways. I worked on the thing for an hour. I had like 20 different shades of green and light browns, and I matched that mofo. I matched it perfectly. You couldn't tell that there was any type of patchwork done or anything. And it was all the same green, the aniline green that Bing was at the end of last time. And I was so happy. I was really, really happy about this, you guys. Because that patchwork has always bugged me. Just one second. Whew. She's warm in here. Whoa. Now, RCP is in the house. And Dad Cars. Did I say hi to Dad Cars? Hello again. And hello, Robert. So, here I am, all proud of myself. Yesterday, I walked to the hardware store, singing my tune, diddly-doo, buy my Rust-Oleum. And I'm getting home, and I had this one little thought as I'm walking, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes the Rust-Oleum does, make things turn darker. Hope that doesn't happen this time. And I was like, nah, I'm just being over paranoid like Wowie can do. And so I got home, got her all set up, hit Bing with the Rust-Oleum, and boom, it all turned brown. Like, not brown, but all these browns came out. And that whole spot that I had patched up and painted was a bright green square. For frick's sakes! Jesus! So, that was yesterday, okay? So I was like, nope, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to seal her up. I gave her, she's got 4 coats of matte Rust-Oleum to get this nice rich color. And then, this morning I came out with my paint, mixed it as best as I could, matched it up, and then I sprayed it. I sprayed the patch spot with the Rust-Oleum, okay? So I know it's not the best, but I'm doing the best with what I had, and it looks way better than it did this morning, let me tell you. So when this gets covered with, I'm going to have flock running up in sections and the static grass, you're not going to be able to notice any of that. You're not going to be able to notice any of that. So I'm pretty happy with that patch job, because as you can see, you see that, folks, all of that, that's all 2-part wood epoxy. So it ends up being a happy story. It's a happy being story. So yes, happy about that. So today we're going to be gluing in the top. We're gluing in the Gemz, and then we'll see how that goes. And then we're either going to start flocking on the top, or we're going to flock on that side and start covering it up. But I'm thinking if the gluing of the Gemz goes well, we might as well start from the top down and start with the flocking and flock the world. Huh? Flock Bing's world, anyways. Also, looky here. Look at that little watcher, guys. So I got the idea I thought about the whole watcher story, and I thought, you know what? From Trees to These is here. Baron Boss Lady is here. Hello, brother. Hello, boys. Thanks for coming. So back to this. My watchers are guardians of the people. They're like fallen angels that didn't fall, okay? Because that's in the old stories of Enoch. They said that the watchers were the fallen angels. But Wowwy'z watchers aren't bad. They haven't fallen, they're good. And they care about man, and they love man, and they're protectors. But I thought about it, and I'm like, I know from my own life that there is no empathy without first pain. You don't understand the world unless you've been to hell and back. It's just the way it works, okay? And there is no empathy without first pain, and that is the pure honest truth. If you haven't suffered, if you haven't hurt, it's really, really hard to really understand, right? And empathy is true and pure understanding of that. So I thought about it, and I was like, no, the watchers, they've been to hell and back, singed through the fire of Hades, and they've made it back to protect us. So I show Sugibam this one. I show Sugibam the frick out of it. Isn't that neat? There's that face grain, guys, that we love. And then after I show Sugibander, I thought maybe making this like a dark watcher, but with the green crystal, I may do some copper leaf on its face, just because. But I don't know yet. But I think that one's kind of cool, eh? The dark watcher. I wanted to share that story. I'm really, really digging having the robes show Sugiband, just to tie in the story about, you know, being to hell and back and surviving and being here for it. And now, you know, with the people that go to hell and back, come back changed, yes, but they become warriors of the light. They become lighthouses. And you become a lighthouse to protect those and help those that are still in the storm. And that's what being a lighthouse is all about. And that's what Two Brothers One Vision is all about. That's why this channel exists. Is to share, is to be a gathering place, to share the little things that we know about art and creating, and to have a safe place to share yours, and just to be a part of a tribe. And we love you. We love all of y'all. Darren's here. Just as I'm talking about the deepest stuff, my brother rolls in. There's his arrowhead, guys. Hello, brother. Love you, Darren. Thank you for coming. I was just talking about the watchers, bro. The watchers being to hell and back. And look at that, eh? Shosugi Band robe. And I got plans to do many more. I don't know if I'll, because I burnt the face too on this one. But I don't know if I'll burn the face of all of them. But I definitely like the robe. And when you show Sugi Band wood, guys, it really, really sucks color in and dye really, really well. And it doesn't change dramatically. Look, bro. Look at Bing. I sealed her yesterday. So she is ready to go for the crystals, and there's the patch mark, but you're not going to notice that. No one's going to notice that. But we are going to get those gems in old Bing today. And this little lady is going to be ready to sing very soon. Ow! Ow! Chow! Sorry guys, I get excited. I get excited about art and creating if you haven't noticed yet. And I can see we've got quite a few watchers on this thing. Thank you for being here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is the kind of fun shit you're going to get here at Wowwy'z Workshop. And it's always something different, and it's always something fun. We'd like you to be a part of our family. Oh, goodness. There's a saying hi to everybody. Urban's Makings is here. Hello, Urban. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, brother? Doosh. That's awesome. Oh, the tribe are rolling in. And I don't know if you guys saw, but a new tribe mail dropped today, guys. Oh, ho, ho, ho. A new tribe mail. And it was for our sister from the Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers, Shauna Flesher. And she sent a piece, and my goodness, am I ever proud to hang it in the what is that? The Hall of Creation. Sorry. Whew. That was a loud one. Neighbors are probably like, what the frick? What's dial 911? Honey? Something's going on with Larry. Anyways. Yeah. I'm really proud to hang it. Sorry, I get whew. And it's a beautiful carving that she sent. And I made a special tribe mail for her. And, you know, I did it the way we do. Like I found out what music types she likes. So I use that specific music genre for her video. I find out stuff about people. And then when I make the tribe mail video, I try and make it kind of, you know, well, apply to them. And I heard from her that she's really stoked. And she really loves her little video, and I hope you guys can all watch it today after the live. Joe! Perry the Parving Wizard. Yeah, Darren, my brother's been battling all sorts of stuff, guys, but he's still doing his best, and he's making it through, and he's one hell of a freaking strong warrior. Thank you for coming, Darren. Really appreciate it, man. You know, I got to hit that old heart there. Bing, 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 the bing, bing, bing. For two brothers, one vision, and Darren. Okay. So, this, guys, we finally made it. Now, before we'll get set up here. Now, let's move this a little bit so what I'm saying makes sense. Okay. Now, for Bing, for gluing in the crystals, I am going to use a 2-part Gorilla Glue epoxy. Okay? I actually was looking for 30 minutes so it wouldn't have to be so hectic. But actually, it's harder to find 30-minute epoxy now. Back in the day, you couldn't find 5-minute. It was always 30. Anyways, this is 5, so there ain't no frickin' around. When the going gets going, we're going, right? So, what I've got here on deck, now, I'm hoping when I glue in the crystal that I'll get the volume right so that when I push the crystal in, the epoxy comes up, I can wipe what I need away, you know, with the Q-tips and whatnot. And then I want the epoxy to level up in the hole around the crystal. That's the hope, right? Because she's got all these holes, you guys. So I want to get enough of the epoxy in there so that when I stick the crystal in, it'll up and level out. And if it does, you know, run off a little bit, that's okay. Because we're going to cover that in flock and stuff, right? But I don't want the edges of the holes still visible. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And if it does come down to it, I'll take the 2-part woody epoxy, that beige stuff that I fixed Bing with, And I'll use this one, because this one I always try and reuse syringes when you're doing stuff in art. These things are frickin' invaluable. I use them all the time, okay? And I did use this one because you can see the beige stuff on it. I did already use this with a 2-part wood epoxy. And just getting it in the spots, you know, cracks and stuff and little holes and here's and there's. These. So if you ever find them, man, stock up. So yeah, I got this one here. That's from Halloween. It says poison because they actually sell these now as shooter helpers for booze. So these ones were at the dollar store. That's why it says poison on it. But Lisa T says, yes, syringes are art gold. Hello, Lisa T. Ask any pharmacy. Yes, she's right. That's how I got this one. This bigger one. And they actually, my pharmacy that said yes, they sold me these. They sold me like 50 of them for like, they were like cents, like not even a buck. I think they were like 38 cents or something she charged me. Really, really nice lady. And thank you, Miss Pharmacy, for doing that for Wowie. But I'm getting low, and that's why I got the old dollar store ones, and I'm trying to reuse these ones. But yes, if we have to, we're going to whip up some 2-part epoxy, or wood epoxy, and we'll squirt stuff into those holes to make it all kind of level out. And then we will cover it and blend it with flocking and static grass. But not static grass today. The flocking, that's why I got all this black paper. Holy jeez, the watcher almost fell. We better put it where it's safe. Oh, the dark watcher. I like that. I don't know, there's just something about the dark, the face and no features. It's just cool. Okay, that's why I got this black stuff, because flock, it comes out in this little pumpy pump, and when you pump it out, it can go everywhere. And like, although I got a dust system here and a dust box and everything, I try and contain the flock, and then at the end, I'll do that after we're done with the live stream, so it's not, because this part isn't fun television, but at the end when it's time to clean up, I'll take the 2 sides and kind of gather it up like this, and then all of the flock goes in the middle, and then I pump that back into the little plastic bag and reuse it for next time. Because it's not the cheapest stuff. My flock set I got from Lee Valley Tools, and I got a set of black and a set of dark green. And you get the pumpy pump that you'll be seeing later, and you get the flock, the powder, and you also get the can of paint. And it's like a little set. So I got green and I got black. I haven't used the black yet. But yeah, that flock is what traditionally woodworkers will put in boxes or on the bottom of things. I put them on the bottom of some of my gnomes, our gnomies that we make. And it's really, really cool. I'll wood burn our signature in the middle and then paint flock around it to the edges. So it's just got a little touch of class. Actually, the gnomie that I'm donating, I should say, to Jordy's Steampunk Challenge has a flocked bottom with a 2B1V signature in the center. Love the mask right there for use when you're ready for safety. Art supply stores. Lisa T. Yes, Lisa, I got my PPE. I'm a power carver. I'm also a pencil artist. We do all sorts of stuff. I wish you could see Bing's face. This is the happiest, cutest little thing, but we got to keep her covered until it's time for the reveal. And then Spooky Doobie, my wife, who's an awesome artist, is helping me with the tongue. Because in the back of Bing's little smiling mouth, all of the wood, I tried to start carving the tongue, just like a little. And the wood back there, because it's a burl, is crumbling and cracking and breaking. So that happened, so I stopped, and then I repaired the holes and the cracks, but then I left it. And Spooky Doobie and I are thinking about maybe using some 2-part epoxy sculpt. It comes in 2 parts, and it's like a clay that turns rock hard. And we're thinking about maybe making a little epoxy sculpt tongue, so it has the bumps and the little slit down the middle. I don't know what the slit down your tongue is called. But yeah, That's going to be in the final stages. And I hope Katie helps me because she's really, really good with that stuff, you know, making like, you know, like Craftsman steady craft and kind of stuff, you know, with like a two-part epoxy. Oh, hey, geez, the electric whittler is here. And Creation Dust 777s come sliding in. Hello, sir. Both Joshes, two Joshes at once. Now that is one heck of a deal. And Matt Carves is here. Hello, Matt. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming. Runik's Workshop is here. Hello, Runix. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you, Lisa, for being here. I'm very, very happy to have you. That's awesome. It's a 2-for-1. Yes, it was. Ow! Until it's done, Gone Carving is here. One of the mod squad. Hello, Wheels. How you doing, brother? Awesome. Just Carve Rob. My goodness. We got a full house today, folks. How you doing, Rob? Hope you're doing awesome, brother. Thanks for coming back. We're gonna get messy today. We're gonna get messy. Try checking out Blacktail Studios. He's done a lot with wood stabilizing and hardening for his tables. There will be likely something you can learn there. I definitely will, sister. Blacktail Studios. Okay, I got to make a mental mark of that. Just Carve Rob. Always a pleasure to tune in. Thank you, Matt. Oh, is your back still? I know your back is really freaking troubling you, sir. You got my thoughts of strength and healing. I don't wish back pain on no man. It is something that can ruin your life, and it takes a lot of time and work to get yourself back. Who is carving Saturday with Dalen? I heard you were RC Peters. That's pretty cool, Rob. I still haven't done that yet. I want to. That's really cool. I don't even know what that is. If it's like a carve off or a competition, I don't know how it's set up. But I got to do that. I want to do that soon. I got to email. Dalen told me to email him. Thanks for coming, Wheels. I know it's late there, brother. Love you, bud. Mod Squad. Mod Squad. Yeah, no, just Carve Rob. It's serious. It can take over your world, man, and just take everything that you love to do and love to be and love to see, and it can just put you in a box, man. And I don't wish it on anybody, and I really hope that you find some answers, man. Oh, I got you. Got you, Robert. Yes, Mark. I will second that. A beautiful rose. A beautiful job. Mark Tries to Carve, guys, is a really good... Actually, everybody in this live stream right here are amazing artists themselves. Any of these people most of them have channels themselves. So if you're a watcher in the quiet there in the background, please check out their channels too. They all deserve it, and they're all really, really good people. Tribe strong. Yes, that's good to hear, Robert. Robert lost a toe, folks. Jesus. How? Man, do we got a bunch of warriors here. That's right. Until It's Gone Carving says, stay strong, Rob. You'll get back to it. You will get back to it, sir. And I'll give you the magic of the round to it. To do it. Thinking of you, big guy. Okay. Not me, but hi, and I will try with my limited time. Okay, Lisa. Understood. I really, really appreciate you popping in. Okay, guys. Well, I'm sure the folks have seen enough of my silly mug. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna do that. Thank you, Josh. Yes, please hit the like button. Because do you guys know what happens when you hit the like button, don't you? The algorithm hamster receives a pellet. Every time the algorithm hamster gets a pellet, it's good stuff. It's good for Wowwy, right? So yes, I don't understand the algorithm. So I just created this hamster in my head, and that's what happens. You hit like, and even better, if you hit subscribe, the algorithm hamster gets a chewy yogurt drop. Okay, enough. Okay, I'm going to show you guys roughly how this is going to go down. That one goes there. Now, that one will be easier. Okay? That one's going to be easier. As is that one. I think I like it. Oh, like that. That one. This one goes here. This one goes here. Maybe like that. No, I liked it with a little, yeah, like that. Bing, bing, bing. And then this one goes here. Alrighty. Then we get to the little guys. Now, I know I had one that didn't quite, oh yeah, that was there. Sorry guys, I'm just making sure I know. So I got these all laid out special how they're all supposed to go in. Because I'm kind of crazy that way. And I got the OCD. Okay, yeah, that's how. This is how it's supposed to go, okay? Ow! Goodness sakes. Okay, now, I'll just carry that up to the, so everybody can see. Ooh. Ah. The glory of Bing's. So you can see Bing's happy smile. That's just a little clue of the little bean that's in there. Alrighty? So that is the plan. Now, this is gonna be hectic. I think what I'll do, I'll take these out. Sorry. Bing, 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 ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong, dong. Those are the front, these are the back. I think the first thing that we should do here is tape off. I'm going to tape off around quickly. So we're just covering our tracks. We don't want this stuff on the wood, even if it is getting covered up later. I'll just do my best to kind of just at least give it a bit of a try to save Bing's awesome wood. I think it's more of just the runoff that I don't want. So yes, for folks watching, I'm sorry, this is, you're gonna say, what the frick is this kid doing here? But it's just a little bit of a safety. Just a little bit of safety tape. Let the safety dance play in your head. Remember that song? I love that track. And yeah. So, what's going on in your guys' world? Anything exciting? The world sure is a crazy place presently. We got agreed to both. Looks Wowie, I love the last short video. I was laughing so hard. Oh, hello, Woodchucker! The Mod Squad. I think the full Mod Squad is here. Your attitude got me sub, says Lisa. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, sister. Thank you, woodchucker. Yeah, that I've done a couple new reels lately that are pretty fun ones. The Baby's Got Back one was cool. I got that new burl. My goodness, did I get an awesome, amazing burl from my John Goulet. He's gotten me a couple of really wicked pieces of wood that are out in the back that nobody's seen even. So I get so much of my wood. I was talking to Jordy the other day because Jordy was on the island, but he didn't come by. Well, he was pressed for time, but he messaged me from Sydney. It's a town where my mom lives, just close by, and he was on the beach, actually really close to Glass Beach, which is my haunting ground. And he was like, "What are you talking about, Dibs? There's frickin' beach. There's beach. What am I trying to say? There's driftwood everywhere around here." But what Jordy fails to remember is that when I hurt my back, I stopped driving, right? And then I didn't drive for so long that my licenses expired. Well, my license number 1 was from Alberta, and I live out in BC now. So that one expired, and then if you don't get your license after like I didn't drive, and I wasn't well enough to drive for a good 10 years with my back, right? So all of my driver's license, everything expired, and now I'm back to the L, and the L stands for loser. Just kidding. Out here, well, not really, but out here the L stands for learner. So Wowwy'z back to his L. Oh man. So yes, Jordy, I don't drive. So that's the biggest reason why I have a hard time getting wood. But when people will take me to a beach, I'm like a happy frickin' dog, I tell you. I am so happy, even though I live on an island. And yet, for the folks that don't know, I live on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. And it's absolutely an amazing place. I love it. I won't even go on vacations because I just love it too much here. I grew up in Alberta, and Alberta is a prairie. Is in the prairies, right, in Canada. And Alberta is flat, a beautiful bush and everything, but flat and just not. I'm a Pisces. I'm a lover. Well, I used to be a fighter, but now I'm a lover. I'm a Pisces. I'm an artist. And British Columbia is just more of a better place for people like myself. Let's just say that. Okay, well, this is just what I meant. I'm just doing it. I don't even know if this is really freaking needed, but I'm doing it because this is how I do my art, guys, and that's what I'm sharing is the real deal. And I just want everything to go as flawless as possible, right? This is happy times. This is creating times. This is a good Wowie show. Not the swearing Wowie show, which we all unfortunately know. Okay. Alright, well, that's pretty much that. Okay? So, now that that's done, I'm going to start mixing up. Okay, we got to make sure we have everything covered here. I got the blue shop rags here on deck. I'll put some of those right here. Well, I'll put one right here. And I'll put some of those right here ready to go. I got this little bag here of all sorts of fun stuff. We got popsicle sticks, and then these little mixers, these little medical mixers that are really good. These little things, just stuff that you can get from wherever. I think my wife actually brought these back because they had like 2 flats of them in boxes and didn't need them at her work. But what I was thinking is these are, well, it's not going to fit in that one. But I was thinking that maybe I could make, oh yeah, it'll work there. Good. So just when I'm loading this up, it don't all come out on me, right? Damn, gotta go. Okay, Lisa, thank you. Lisa says he reminded me of someone before I knew there was from Alberta. Now I'm wondering if you are the person you remind me of. Ow! Amy Jo is here. Hello, Amy Jo. How you doing, sister? Cat's Piece is here. Hello. Hey, brother, can't stay, but showing some love. Well, thank you. Here, let me hit this for you there, Amy Jo. Hey, Rhinestone and Suzanne is back. Thank you for coming back. What a crew today, guys. Thank you for coming, Kat. Thank you for coming, Amy Jo. Love you, sisters. That's awesome. We got one heck of a family reunion today, guys. So yeah, when I'm doing this one, I'll stick that little thing up there so when I'm mixing it up, it don't go frickin' everywhere. Because this happened to me before, guys. Oh my God, everything. All of these things have happened to me before. So once I mix it up, I got 5 minutes. My plan is to do the back ones in one syringe, in this syringe. Then I'll put it down, I'll stick them in. I think I'll just do like 3. Hopefully it goes, well, no. I am going to go for it. So I'll do the back ones first. And then we'll check our syringe situation. Maybe this will even go in that one. Oh, it will. Okay. Well, I'll use one of these 2 for that one. For this little one. And yeah, we'll do the smaller holes with that syringe. See, that way, this 2-part epoxy, right? You just squirt it right into the syringe. Like that. And then when it's in there, you mix it up. So the 2-part epoxy gets mixed in the syringe, and then when it comes time to apply it to the holes, easy peasy, guys. And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to do things in a smart way, you know. So I'm going to be frickin' ready. So I think that one, yeah, I'm gonna fill that one up pretty good. Okay, guys. Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I may actually use a piece of, I'm going to try this, because that little piece of stick didn't, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was, yeah. I'm just going to put a little bit of painter's tape on there. Do the 2-part epoxy. Oh my goodness. This always gets really, really exciting, you guys. Okay, let's just hope for the best. Let's do it to it, like we like to say here. Okay, that came off pretty easily. Now I got to make sure I got a couple of these stir sticks ready. They break really easy, but use a couple at a time, and we should be just fine. Oh, also I need to get I got special little, where are they? Yeah, they're right here. These here I got from the model store. Another, oh, where's the other ones that are already open? Why does this happen to me? Is it this? No. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to open this. And that will be the new bag for them. But these guys, look at these. I got them from the model store. They're a pointy Q-tip. And it's hard. So like the fluff ain't getting everywhere. So those are really, really good to like go in and scoop shit in a tight place. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. That's right, Suzanne. And I'm going to start using that Tone Loc song in a lot of my reels and stuff. What let's do it wild thing. The beginning of, hello, so? How you doing, sister? Because yeah, that's our motto here. Let's do it to it, right? So, I'm gonna be using that. Just saying. All right, so yeah, I'll put the rest of these in this, so they don't go frickin' everywhere. And that was a frick, not another. I didn't swear yet today. Just saying, algorithm hamster. Just so you know, algorithm hamster. Frickin' algorithm hamster, I tell ya. Okay, I will squirt this in as much as I think it's going to be needed. And we'll mix the frick out of it, and then and then we'll do it within 5 minutes, or we're screwed. Okay. That siding. There. Ooh, snapple, crack, and popping. I love those sounds, eh? Okay, now, it's probably going to need a little bit more still. Sorry if you guys can't see, this is kind of sketchy. Okay, so I'm going to have to save some for the front hole, so I'll do this. Now I'm going to take a couple of those sticks, get them in there, and stir the frick out of everything. Get it good and mixed up. Because these epoxies, yeah, I knew these little sticks are going to start breaking on me. Frickin' things. But yeah, this 2-part epoxy, you really got to give it a good 30 seconds. Because the more that you stir it, and the better mix that you can get it, the better it's going to work. And this is the 5-minute. So I better shut up and get this going. Okay, try not to pull a whole bunch out on me. Wipe that off quick. We'll wipe those off into the bit. Okay, now I get this. Now I'm going to have to take off my tape here. And then, whoops, don't want that to happen. Okay, put my plunger in. Whoa, don't. And then if you keep it pointing up, we'll get it. Okay, we got the syringe. Now we're going to start with this middle one. Here we go. I think that's going to be enough for that one. Get this fucking tape off. Oh, I swore. Okay, that one. And almost, we can put a little bit more in. Okay, that one. And you see it came up and around. And that's okay, because we want that hole. All right, so next we're going to do this one. And that's this long guy. Could have put more in him, but that's okay. Now this one here is this green one. Right, and then this one back, this little guy here. I know I like him. With the, it's going to take some more. All right, is there going to be enough for this last one? Huh? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that last green one on the second go. Now I'm gonna see if I can reuse this the same one before it hardens up in the hole. Because why not use the same one if we can? I will get a little bit more of this tape. Thank you for hanging in there, guys. It's some crazy stuff going on here. Okay. I'm just going to go for it, guys. I'm going to put in everything we got. Okay. Put that back here. Now, I'm going to go with a frickin', if I can get it out in time, I'm going to go with this popsicle stick. Give it a good mix. My God, guys. My goodness. I didn't even think of gonna have enough. I thought, oh yeah, we'll have more than enough. But ain't that how she always goes? Ain't that the way she always goes, guys? Okay, we'll take that off. Get off me. Whoa, 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 don't do that. Okay. When you push this plunger in, man, that can be like some scary stuff. Sometimes that bad boy goes everywhere. Okay. Damn it, it's on my hand. Okay, guys, this is where stuff gets scary. Okay, gotta do this last one here. Alright, that leveled out pretty good. This one here needs a little bit more in there in that hole. Okay. This one here maybe a little bit. Okay, now for the front crystals. We got this guy. Now we're going to start with the middle one. A little bit more of the hole sealing, dealing. This one here, this is that guy that kind of, yeah, let's get you in there, you bugger. Doesn't like to fit very good, but we're going to make it fit. I heard it squirt. Okay. This one here, yeah. There's more. Yeah. Okay. We still got a bit left in there, guys. Are we gonna make it? Okay. This one. A little bit more. Roll it. Sink it. Sink it. And this one. See, am I ever glad I put that frickin' painter's tape down, hey guys? Okay, that's in. Now, I'm going to dispose of this stuff quickly. Now I gotta do a little bit of globular cleanup here now. Yeah, I just scoop it up. Oh, that's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Scoop that one up there. This one here's got a pretty good blob on the back side. We're going to scoop that one up. Scoop that up. Try and clean some of that up. Oh, lost the tip. Just the tip, just the tip. Okay, now, I think we did pretty good. I know it may look a little bit messy there, but all in all, folks, that went not too bad. Now, what I'm going to do, quick, once I get caught up, I'll pull off that tape before any of it decides that it wants to all stay there forever, right? We got 5 minutes. Holy smokes. You know, it went good and it went not so good. Now, I got it all over my hands, so that isn't fucking very good, but, you know, as far as things go, it went not bad. Let's just say that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take a breather there for a second. Joe! Goodness sakes. Yo! Hopefully this stuff doesn't get on my phone. What could I don't have any, what would take that off? I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go, just give me a second, guys. I got to wash my hands really, really quick. Well, it ain't the best, but it's gonna have to do. And you know what? Geez, man, it's like one of those things, you know. I even put in rubber gloves and I just didn't use them. Didn't use them. Let me just catch Wowwy'z. What am I? Have I missed anything? Man, whoever got the voodoo doll can knock it off. Oh, I got you, Sean. Christopher's Creations is here. How you doing, Chris? Thanks for coming, brother. Hello, I'm just getting crystals in a piece right now using layers of UV epoxy. That's awesome, brother. Here, I'm going to hit some hearts for everybody in the tribe here. UV epoxy is cool too. I got some up there. I like using that on eyes. You know, you give the eye a little bit of a UV epoxy, you know, after you've painted your eye and stained it or whatever, and then you put a UV epoxy on it, just get it to cover the surface, and then hit it with the light, and then it'll give your eye that glossy look. Speaking of eyes, well, actually, I haven't showed anybody yet. I was gonna make a reel. Yeah, I'll go wait. Oh wait, remember the what did you call it, Grumpy? The alien turkey? Well, I was working on the alien turkey a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you, but not right now. I'm gonna make a reel because I got a funny idea in my head. I think it's gonna be pretty funny. But it looks freaky. I'm trying that soon. That's awesome. How's it going, Wowie? I'm posting a video to my channel, carving my watcher. Hello, happy curmudgeon carving, Matthew. You're doing a watcher? That's awesome, brother. I can't wait to see it. Actually, that's a good time for me to, well, you know what? I'm gonna peel this. Yeah, I'm gonna peel this stuff off, and then we're gonna talk about watchers a little bit. Because we have a challenge brewing, folks. We're having a Wowwy'z watcher challenge, you guys. Okay, now, I'm thinking that it'll start this month, but I'm thinking it'll go till possibly the end of November. I don't know exactly yet, but I have to figure out that part of all the logistics or whatever you call it. But people have to have enough time, right? And when we do challenges in Kindred Spirits, we usually do 3 months. So that's what I'm thinking. And I don't want, because I know people will probably do Christmas challenges and there'll be stuff going on. And lots goes on at Christmas time and stuff. And I know that, guys. But if I start the watcher now, the watcher challenge now, like within the next week here, and then it goes till, it would go September, October, November, right? So maybe the end of August until the end of November, we'll call it. And then that gives everybody 3 months. And plus 3 is my number, so got to do it on odd numbers, folks. Always odd numbers, especially in art. Okay, let me get this glob of... Yeah, it's good that I'm taking this off now because I'm already seeing that could be a horrible thing later on. Yeah, they're setting, man. They are setting. Setting and forgetting. And I'll be the first to agree that this isn't a perfect job that I've done, but you know what? They're all in there, and there isn't a huge mess. So I'm just going to say that's I'm pretty darn happy with that. You got to take your wins where they come, folks. Believe me, Wowie knows that. I'll peel those last ones off and then... But does that sound like a good enough time, you guys? 3 months? And that gives, even if, for any real beginners out there that they got enough time. And I know it takes time for word to get around and yada, yada, yada. But that should be pretty good, eh? Hey there, click on the subscribe if you won't miss the next videos of Wowwy'z Workshop. He has a lot to share with you. Thank you, so. Perry says, I'll have to try one. I'm hooked on birds at the moment. Well, let me say, Perry, your birds are pretty freaking cool, so keep doing what you're doing, brother. Oh, yeah, everything's... So it didn't all totally... I can't say it went completely as planned here, but they're in there. And like I said, now that I'm doing stuff with the flocking next, yeah, they're not coming out. They are all set. No, I'm pretty I'm pretty happy with that. Let's give you guys the up close and personal. So as you can see, we had a little tiny bit of spillage here and there, but that will all be covered. That will all be... What do you think, guys? Yo! Oh, I gotta take a breather after that. Oh yeah, cardinals and sparrows, says Perry's been carving. That sounds great, Wowie, says Rhinestone. Thank you, Suzanne, for answering. That's awesome. Yeah, 3 months, watchers, and then it gives me time, because I got to make it special. I got to make it like, I got to have at least one really, really big special prize, you know? And then I'm going to reach out to Kutzall, because I have an actual Two Brothers, One Vision, folks, for the folks watching that you don't know yet. Two Brothers, One Vision and Wowwy'z Workshop. Sorry, I'm spitting at you. We are Kutzall affiliates. And that's why there's a link down there in the basement, also known as the video description. And that link here, cozy lights. That link will give you a little discount when you're done filling your cart with amazing tools, Kutzall tools, and then on your discount or on your checkout, you'll get a little discount for using my link. And just to be sure, if they ask for a promo code, this is backwards, but it's DIB, DIBB5, all in capital. DIB5, just to be sure that you get your discount. And then also underneath there, you're going to see some Amazon links. Those are the little carving tools and stuff that I use off Amazon. Most of them are just Dremel. And there's also a Dremel set there. If anybody wants to get serious and buy a really good machine to start power carving, the Dremel set that I have in there with the box that you get with it, and all of the Dremel 4300, all of the attachments, it's a big package and it's a little bit costly, but let me tell you, if you buy this set, and I got the box down there, the toolbox, it's freaking wicked. And it has everything you could get for any Dremel. It has the flex shaft, it has all the ends, the right angle end, it has the little router end, which I haven't ever used, but all of the, you know, there's some good things in there. There's some good things, those little attachments. And yeah, that's down there too, because it's called Amazon Associates. And if you use a link and then not even buy anything that's in my little store, but if you buy something else in Amazon, but you still go through our link, it still gives us some credit, and it makes the Amazon algorithm hamster happy, because that one isn't very happy with me right now, because I haven't been making many Amazon sales. I'm trying though. You can only do so much, man. You can just come out here and try your best, right? Hello, Cat's Piece. Sorry, I'm back. Thanks for coming back. Dib 5. So, Dib 5. Matthew's here. Runix is here. Okay, everybody's just talking. I'm going to give everybody in the tribe some hearts there. Ding-a-ling, ding-ding-a-ling, ding-ding-ding. So what are we at? 307. So we're just over an hour so far. Not too bad. So we still got some people watching. And hit that like, folks, and hit that subscribe. Give the algorithm hamster what it needs. Little pellets. And then if you subscribe, it gets a yogurt drop. Oh. And I know from my little Matilda, my little Hammy, God rest her soul, she loved the yogurt drops. Oh, she did. Sorry, I'm just a big kid. Okay. Well, what it do? You know what I think, guys? It's still sticky, but I think I'm going to tape up a couple of these. Do I need to tape them up? You know, if I'm just really careful, I don't think I need to tape up all the crystals. It's just paint and then the dust. So yeah, what I'm going to do now for part 2 of the show is we are going to get out the flocking stuff. Chow! We're going to flock the world. Flock the world. And I hope that algorithm doesn't think I'm swearing, because I'm not. But yes, we'll get flocking. And then the thing is, guys, once I paint it on there and flock it, you got to let it sit for 24 hours. So there won't be any more mucking about with it, right? So I don't know what we'll do for the closing bit. It might be a shorter live today, but that's okay. You can only do as much as you can do, right? Because if I started around the sides, no, because then I'd have to just do the one side and leave it on its side, right? So we might as well start at the top and get the first flocking done, okay? That's what we're going to do next. All right, I better have a drink of water and cha. All clear here. Keep hope alive. That's right. Oh, thank you, Lawrence. Keep hope alive said hello. 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 Keep hope alive. I love your name. I love your message. Us two here. We keep hope alive. And I'll show you. These are our watchers. Our little sentinel guardians. And then that's what they do. They protect and they keep hope alive. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, did I mention LaRue? LaRue's here, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo! LaRue. Bringing all the music to the channel. All right. Now, for the flocking. Like I said before, flocking is a way that people traditionally, they put it on the bottom of things like bookends and underneath little statues and stuff. It's a really, really thick paint that you paint on first, and then you pump on the, now it's powdered. Is it not satin? I wish, hey, John's here. Hello, John. I wish Pete was here because he would know that. Hey, Ray Gutierrez, the butt cheek bandit. I'll send you $100 if you smoke a shard on stream. Ain't smoking no shards on stream. But hey, we got shards. But they're not smokable ones. That's funny. Thanks for coming, John. We just now glued in the shards. And we're going to do a little flocking here to hide the glue. Pump up the jam. That is right. Thanks for coming, John. Nice to be here, Wowwy'z. Thank you, sir. So yes, we got her sealed. We got the crystals glued in. So now we're going to get flocking. Okay, guys. Enough of my dumb mug. I'm losing all my viewers. Get to the good stuff here. Get to the good ones. Your vibe is beautiful, Wowie. Thank you, Kat. So is yours, sister. So is the Watcher Challenge in effect? Well, I was going to do a special video, Robert, but between me and this live, the Watcher Challenge has begun. And it runs till the end of November. Okay? It's official. It's begun. And I am going to reach out to Kutzall. And I'm going to make darn sure that we got some good prizes from Kutzall. Okay? And I am going to buy something special. Probably numerous things for gifts. And we'll see if maybe there's some other channels that maybe want to donate a little bit of a pitch in. You know? We'll see. But I'll probably also donate I'll donate a watcher as well. And there's going to be, there's going to be prizes. It's going to be a good time. It is on. So officially, we just started it. Riso Suzanne said I'll donate a left-handed Carbide. That is awesome. Thank you, sister. Ready, set, go. That's right, Electric Whittler. Hey, I made it after all. Hey, Pete's here. Hey, Pete, what is flocking made out of? I was just asking. I was just saying, I wish Pete was here. He knows this stuff. What is flock made out of? Hearts for all you people. Pete, what is flock made out of? Pete Blair is the guy who makes the mandrels, guys. And is an amazing wood turner and creator and artist, all-around artist. He is the mad scientist, that's right. Well, when Pete gets caught up here, he'll tell us what flock is made out of. And my flocking is those leprechaun farts. Pretty much, eh? That's gonna make even more sense when you see this, Robert. No, Bubba. Poppy's barking. And man, it was loud here earlier on. And Baby Vader has a friend staying, you guys. His name is Nibjib. And, I don't know what those little frickers are up to, but let me tell you, they are making something. They are working. They're doing it mostly at night, so I don't know what's happening in there. But yeah, like I'm hearing power tools, and I'm hearing I'm hearing Baby Vader freaking out and swearing at Nibjib, but Nibjib's a Jawa, so all you hear is "Hi, chucky chum chum." I don't know what he's saying, but Vader knows Jawa, and yeah, they're making something, man. He said Nibjib had to come and help him on a project, so he's here, and that's coming up soon. They said when they reveal what they've done, I can make a video. Okay, flock. This is flock. Now it's powdered velvet, I think. Yeah, they're keeping me awake, so lots of sound, lots of noise coming from there. From their bedroom. From Trees of These is here. So yes, flock. Powdered velvet, I'm going to say. Is Pete there? Sorry, my friend, I think it is made of felt. Yeah! Powdered felt. That's what it is. So, what you do is you paint on the special paint, flock it, suede tex. Oh, is it powdered suede? No. Color match with your suede tex spray-on fibers. Huh. I don't know. Flock it. Just flock it. And so you paint it on first, and you get it all on there where you need it. And I gotta be very, very careful not to drip. And once you got the paint on there good, we load the hopper. Well, I'm going to load the hopper first, so everything's ready to go. It's another one of these situations where you got to get it all ready to go. And then when it's on there and the paint is where you need it, you pump, 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 and turn it as you pump, and that's what makes it come out. The good old pumper. Okay. And that's what you do. So when you're doing the bottoms of things and stuff, you get them set up in a nice vise or whatever, or in your Jawhorse, and then you paint it on the bottom, nice and thick. Oh, you gotta go. See you later, Electric Whittler. Thank you for coming, man. Powdered velvet, maybe. You can make felt from cat fur felt balls. It's powdered felt or velvet, or one of the two. But anyways, that's how it gets out of there. Pump, pump, pump. Okay? Have a good night, Electric Whittler. Thank you, brother. Love you, man. And that's how you do it. So, I don't know, like I might not even make it all the way. Because you gotta think about, I'm gonna start back here. You gotta think about that paint drying too, right? So you gotta get it on there fast enough and then pump it on. And that's how flocking works. Where's my thing? There it is. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is get this paint going and really get that stirred up. It's one of these paints that it's like it's really it needs a lot of mixing, let's just say that. And it's this. See that? It's like a dark forest green. And so you get that mixed up super good. And then when it's time, you paint her on there where you want it to go. And I'm going to have to sacrifice a couple of brushes here. Let's see, that one's nice. So I'm going to paint it on as thick as I can, as fast as I can, guys. And okay, let me get that hopper loaded and ready. Now, if I can only get like halfway done, that's okay. Because like the next day when you come back the next day and you brush it all off. I got this really nice brush in my flock box. And you brush it all on, brush all the flock off, and then you can even use your vacuum. And all the spots that didn't have the paint, it'll just come off. I want to make sure I got enough in here that I'm not fricking around. That I can clean it up later. That's probably enough. Okay, so that's that. Put that there. Make sure the hopper is full and ready to go. There's the little pumper hopper dopper. Alrighty. Nylon and polyester, the type of material you put finished product. Google says flock is used by creating a velvety or fuzzy surface on various materials. It's primarily made from short fibers. These fibers can be natural, cotton, rayon, or synthetic, such as polyamide, nylon, and polyester. The type of material used impacts the feel and durability of the finished product. Thank you, Pete. That's exactly what we needed. Somebody who knows what they're talking about. Because I don't. Nah, just kidding. So, yeah, I am going to mix this. And you know what I'm going to do first? Oh my goodness. I gotta do this, guys. I gotta do some safety. I am just going to tape a little bit of this around. Okay? Why? Because I've done stuff like this enough, and I've made enough mistakes. And I learned from my mistakes. And I don't want to do that again. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a guard around the side here. Do this thing I learned. Just fold it and turn it. I just don't want any of that paint running down the side of her. You feel me? Just to be safe, you know? Sorry, folks. I know it's not too exciting, but this is the way it's going. This is what happens. I'm sharing it to you, real and raw, like they say. I was saying when I first started doing this live, I like to give it to them raw. My wife said, "Don't say that. Do not say that." Oh, sorry about that. Don't say that. Okay. Just a little bit of safety around. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Safety dance. We do the safety dance. The safety dance. The safety dance. Remember that song, guys? Okay, enough of that. Okay, so we got a little bit of safety on there. Okay, I am going to start painting. Maybe, no, can you guys see it all right? Let's see. Safety dance. Yeah. I am Generation X and damn proud of it. Okay, guys. Now it's mixing time, and then we're just going to start going. Time is precious, and I am not here to waste any of yours. But man, am I happy that you've come here and to support me. I remember taping it on the cassette tape when it came on radio, says Perry. That's awesome, Perry. You got good taste in music, too. And then another one, Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning. Remember that song? That was wicked. And yeah, I'm Gen X. The Beds Are Burning, Midnight Oil. And then there was another one, something about the king, the new king. Midnight Oil had a song. And then another one I was thinking about that's on my playlist of my life is Fine Young Cannibals. She Drives Me Crazy. And Baby Baby Don't Look Back by the Fine Young Cannibals. Wicked, wicked tunes. Midnight Oil, yes, so... All right. Mina Cherry? Yeah. I'm getting fed with the crocodile dance. Was that what the song? Crocodile Dance or something? Don't you get fresh with me. Beds Are Burning. Yes, so you know it. Those were the days, eh, guys? Some really, really good music. Okay. So, I'm going to start on this back section. We'll see how it goes on there. See how much area we can cover in a short amount of time. Now remember, guys, we want to put this on nice and thick so it grabs. Gotta be careful I don't hit these crystals. So it grabs that flock and it holds it for always. Okay, I'm going to switch to the smaller brush quickly just to get into that little spot there. quickly. Oh God. Well, I got a little bit on that crystal. That's what happens. That's just what happens. Maybe it'll run down it. Maybe not. Now before you guys are like, what the heck? Remember, the flocking is just step one. Because the static grass, which is coming next, really covers everything, right? This flocking is just sort of step one. It looks like moss when it's on. And that's what I'm going for. And we're gonna go for we're gonna try all of the crystals, guys, in one good go of flocking. We're gonna flock this like it's never been flocked before. And that's just what's happening. Get them to. When we got it on there, guys, I'll spin it all around so you guys get a better look, okay? But we just got to get it on there first before time. Before time runs out. Who's that gigolo on the street with his hands in his pockets in his crocodile feet? Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure that it's thick enough in these areas. All right, well, I think that for the first flocking, I think that's enough paint, okay? So, I'm going to quickly just do a quick cleanup there. Get that lid on that paint, because you don't want to get flock in your paint. Okay, so I'll swipe that, get that into the garbage and not on my hands. Okay, close this. Get this out. Out of harm's way. Here's another one trying to get on me. Get off me. Okay, now get these brushes out of the way. It is time to flock the world. Now, make sure this fan ain't blowing. Or maybe I'll turn it right off. Okay, guys. Ready? We're gonna flock it. I got a little hair on that. Yeah. Huh? Well, I can see spots that I should have, would have, could have. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta do it. because you don't get this twice, right? Damn it. Okay, gotta do it. Okay. There's a big spot right here. And that's why I wanted to get that. In there as close as possible. Right in there. Damn it. Oh, I got that. Okay, just one sec. This little thing here. And yeah, folks, I put that straight into my mouth. I cleaned that flock paint off with my mouth. Off my little Q-tip. Oh shit, there's a whole bunch on this one. Oh, it wants to stay. Okay, I ain't fucking around with it no more. Sorry for cursing. Sorry for cursing, Allie, if you're watching. Okay, time to get flocking. Here it goes, guys. Here she goes, first flock. Whoa. Ain't that magical? I don't know what the hell that came from, but now you just want to make sure that it's good and thick. Oh! Alrighty. So that's good enough and thick enough for this first layer. Okay, so I'm going to put the leftover flock back in its bag. Give it one of those. That's why I put that black stuff down, because this gets everywhere. And it's not the cheapest stuff, so if you can. Oh, sorry, LaRue. Jesus. Gotta get LaRue out of there. And the firing lines there, LaRue. But yeah, like with all art supplies, it can be expensive stuff, so reuse. And like I said, when I'm done, like tomorrow, when I'm tidying her up and whatnot. Oh. There's a little bit right here that didn't get covered. That's not really how you're supposed to do it, but it's gonna have to work this time. Little sprinkle, little dab will do ya. So yeah, even though it looks like it's on the crystals and stuff, it's not. It'll come off. And that is the first application of flock. And see, you guys, it's pretty easy, eh? Pretty easy and pretty cool. Don't you guys think? And I know it looks like one color and kind of like, you know, but when I feather in and I put static grass where I want it to go, it makes a really, really effective look. I've done it before on other things, so I know. Yep, flocking is always my first layer of moss. And then this here is my special reveal brush. And so tomorrow in the morning, when it's all dry, I'll come out here. This is a special type of watercolor, I think a Japanese watercolor brush that I got in a free pile. But it's really, really nice and soft. And so the next day you come out and you brush it off. You brush it off and you reveal the magic. Oh my goodness. What a project this has been. Yeah, here. This is a bad example on this, because this is when I first tested static grass. But you see that? This is all static grass. And this was my test block. And so that's the stuff. You put the glue down, and then you shake the static grass in its little hopper, and you hold this little roach clip, and then the grass stands up from static electricity. And it's really, really cool. And then when it stands up, it glues that way. And that's why it's called static grass. So I'll be doing static grass in little patches around here. And with that, you have a special glue that you put down, you paint it on. And then after that, you start with like a 2 millimeter static grass, and then you have 4 and 6, and it even goes up to 10. And when you start with a 2, okay? And you put it on there, static grass it, and then let it dry. And then you come back, and then the next phase, you have the glue that's in a sprayer. Okay, I have it all up here, so I can't show you. But, whew, I mean, she's warm with that fan off. But after you do the 2 millimeter, you come back, spray your sections that you want to keep going on, and then you use the 4 millimeter in the hopper and do the thing, okay? And then you let that dry, and then you come back, and the spray stuff is actually, it dries quite a lot quicker than the gluey layer. And so you can do it, you know, every hour or so far, maybe even, I'm not a static grass professional, but I like to give things time to dry. But you keep on adding it on, and then you can go up to the 10 millimeter grass. And that's how you do it. You just put one layer on, and then spray it with glue, and then put another layer on, and then spray it with glue. And when it comes to that stuff, I am going to tape these crystals off, because the glue spray will go everywhere, right? You have to be very, very specific when it comes to the static grass, because if you just spray it everywhere and you don't tape off your sections and stuff, that grass will go everywhere, and it glues on, right? So I did the Forest Watcher, the base of the Forest Watcher, and I did flocking, like vines going up her and stuff, and then I didn't tape it off when it came time to spray and do the static grass. And it covered all of my flocking work. And I put a lot of work into the flocking. So, yeah, you have to be careful. Like, you can't overdo it. So, that's flocking. That's flocking in a nutshell. Ciao! What do you guys think of that? Kind of cool? Oh, my goodness. Let's have a little... Oh, have a little break. My God. Put that fan back on. Even if it blows my flocking everywhere, I just need a little bit on me. Because that is hot. It is hot in the creation station. Just as long as it doesn't... Maybe I should move her back a bit. Yeah, because we don't want that fan effing up our flocking. Phew! All right. Well, that was something. We got all the crystals glued in. Flocking awesome, says Perry. You gotta go so. Good night, sister. Have I used coffee grounds before, Runic? Yeah, somebody else said something that Bing is like a glowworm. A grub. Matt Carr said she's like a grub. Bye, Sophie. Thanks for coming, sister. Love ya. Yeah, I'm making a chia pet. Kinda. Looks like the grass stuff you use on Warhammer figures. Yes, it's kind of the same. Static grass is... I think the Warhammer people do use static grass, Runic, because the static grass that I got came from... what is it called? Something scenic. War scenic? Something? It's for... What I'm trying to say, sorry... It's for like model train people and the people that do the big dioramas. That's the static grass. They use static grass, and especially for like big areas, they just get the first layer of glue that you use for the static grass is very, very thick, and they just put that on with like a big paintbrush, and just give her. And then load up the hopper, then you hold your little roach clip and you just go. And you go around and shake, 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 and it stands up. You have to have a battery in your hopper. It's this cool little system. And when it's time to do the static grass, I'm www.scenics.com. www.scenics.com, I believe, is the company. But when I do the static grass episode, it's not going to be very, very long because you can only do so much, right? But I'll do a little bit more research to see how long I got to wait in between grass layers. But I'll put the stuff that I bought my kit from Amazon, so I'll put that link in the basement when it's the static grass episode, in case anybody else wants to get some. It was like $100 for the little set with the hopper and stuff, and then it was like another $25 to buy my first, like, the beginners, and you get 2mm, 4mm, 6mm, and 10mm grasses. And it comes in spring, summer, autumn, so some of it is like limey green and some of it's brown, like the fall, and you can mix it all up to give you your own look. It's really, really cool. Have I used coffee grounds before? In what fashion, Runic? Oh, for putting it down on like ground, like dirt. No, I've never done that. But I know Jordy has made his own. He makes his own flocking and static grass, but it's like powdery. And he does the same thing. Put down glue and then you sprinkle it on. And I think Jordy has used maybe coffee grounds to mimic dirt. So it looks like dirt, right? Another really good idea. It helps to be a little nuts, Robert says. Mark tries to carve. Well, if it helps to be a little bit nuts, I think this tribe has got that part taken care of. 'Cause I'm freaking crazy, man. Don't let this smile fool you. Hey, Lawrence. I make mine for mini bases as well. That's awesome, Runic. I'd love to be able to pick your brain and come over to your workshop, Runic. You're a really, really cool creator, and I love new things that I'm not familiar with, you know. And the only time I ever used pinstriping is I did a Pennywise carving once. If Spike was here, he'd be able to speak on that. He loves that. Chris Aziz has it. I traded Chris Aziz, the warrior, one of the admins for Kindred Spirits. I traded him one of his cutting boards for the Pennywise. And so the Pennywise I did was like kind of a mixture of the old school It and the new one. But the new one has these flames that come up his face and up under his eyes. And they're very, very thin. And so I used pinstriping tape for that. And it worked awesomely. But that's the only time I've ever used pinstriping and done anything like that. But it's a really, really cool. Actually, if any of you care, my very first video on my channel, it was my initial shout out to all the channels, but I cover my Pennywise carving and I talk about the trade I did with Chris. And that's my very first video on this channel. And if you guys could go back and watch that and hit the like and get the algorithm happy about that, that would be awesome, because the algorithm would be seeing that my very first video is getting attention. Discard Rob still here? What do you think, Rob? Hey? The big frickin' mess? Oh, it'll look, I promise, when she's done, you guys. So yeah, after, like, now that you've seen the top bit, right? I'll have some, like, really, really soft padding and stuff so we don't nick up her nice finish. But so I can roll her on her side, and then we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this in sections around Bing, and it'll just be going up the side of her in like little viney things. And so I'll do one side of her in one session, flock it, do her back, flock her, and then do the opposite side. So I got three more flocking sessions to do. And then static grass. So yeah, I would like to say we are close, but there's still a lot to do, and we have to tie it all into the base yet. So, and this is going to be a lamp, if you guys don't know. Outer little arm, she's going to be holding a crystal, an LED, an actual crystal light bulb. So it's all gonna work together. Dude, that looks so good. Thank you, Runic. I really appreciate that, man. Contrary Curmudgeon, love the name. Yes, that is. It's a wicked. Check it out. 100 going to check it out. Thank you. Yes, you guys. Please do check out my very first video. that would be wicked. That would make Wowwy'z day. I would have to smoke a lot of grass, says just Carve Rob. Hey, I got that covered for you, buddy. Don't worry about that. Grass smoke is stinky. Oh, Elise. Here's hearts. If grass smoke is stinky, you may not want to come around my home because I use it as a medication. And I'm actually, for the first part, before Canada legalized it, I actually had a prescription. Like from right when I got hurt, I exploded my L3 disc in 2005. And in the beginning, I was on lots of meds. Like I could barely walk. And back then, I went to a neurologist, and he was like one of the very few people that could give you the proper prescription from the federal government, and I had that all the way through. So I was legal the whole time since I've been hurt. And but it was a big, like I'd have to go to the specialist once a year, fill out this freaking pad of government papers and stuff just to get this pink thing that said that. But at least I had it in case I ever got busted by the cops or whatever. I had a proper prescription. But now it's legal, so. But yeah. And when it's really, really bad, I'll just take a bud and eat it. I don't care. If it's better, it's easier on your lungs. But I've done it before, and does it ever work? Like, don't eat a big one, but just a little, a little popcorn, buddy. Eat it, slam it down with some drink, and yeah, it works, man. Yep, Grumpy, herbal all the way. I have had my cards since Florida went medical. That's awesome. Yes, Robert C. Peters makes pipes. Anybody out there, if you partake in a little herb, R.C. Peters can hook you up with a pipe. Lisa T says, legally got it covered too, and medically is a big reason I always supported its decriminalization. Yes, it just makes sense. And you know what? Like, I'm not going to get into it here, but what you can do with hemp, like literally people, it could save the forests when it comes to paper, and there is so much you can do with paper and rope and all of this stuff that takes a lot of trees. Hemp can cover it, and you can grow hemp way faster. And there's so many benefits to it. The reason why I got outlawed way back in the day was stupid, but it was all part of a big plan to, promote booze. And if you legalize weed and make it your big enemy, you can send a bunch of your government's money that way and stuff. And that was just a big waste of time. If you just would have stayed on the tried and true and stayed with the hemp and used it, it would have been a way better. And the medical system would have probably been way better, because the opioid epidemic is even getting worse now with fentanyl, So yeah, I'm all for natural, And CBD is just this amazing new world that is helping so many people. Yeah, man. That's my 2 bits. Sereth Gamage. Message retracted. Nice to see you, Sereth. I'm Wowie. This is the workshop. That's Bing. We just glued in her crystals and flocked the top of her. Well, guys, we got 6 minutes to go till our 2-hour ding-along ding-dong-dangy. So I'm just going to I'll just ramble a little bit more, if that's okay with you guys, to do the final 6 minutes. Yes, hit like, please, guys. Please hit like. Gives that algorithm hamster a little taste of a pellet. And then if you subscribe, she gets a yogurt drop. And oh, doggy, does she love a yogurt drop. I'm going to draw the algorithm hamster because it's stuck in my head, right? And just like I'm getting all of my music now with my new apps and stuff that I'm using, I want to get these visions out too that I'm having in my head, right? And I love to draw. So I'm going to draw the algorithm hamster up. So when I start talking about it, I can just pull it out and be like, bing, there it is. That greedy little thing. Thank you, Suzanne. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lisa. Later, Robert. Love having you, brother. Best luck with the toe, man. Heal up good. Heal up good. I bet you're missing work, aren't you? I told you. I told you you're going to start missing it. And thank you, everybody, for coming. It was a jam-packed today. It was awesome, man. It was like a freaking family reunion. I just love it. You guys are all Wowwy'z wonders, and whoa. Just knocked over the flocking kit. You guys are all Wowwy'z wonders and a big, huge part of my life. And I just want to say, you know, I really appreciate you. I was trying to make it so you could see the Wowwy'z Workshop and Two Brothers, One Vision up there. There. The Wowwy'z Workshop, you got to turn it down. You can't read it. There you go. Two Brothers, One Vision. My cousin Sherry made that sign. 40 and Pine on Facebook is her channel, is her group, and she's an amazing sign maker and creator. Her name's I can say her old name. Her name's Sherry Ridgway, and 40 and Pine is her group or page on Facebook, and she made these signs for Two Brothers, One Vision. It's backwards on here. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm using the face of my phone, and it flips it. I didn't know that for a long time, but found out. From Trees of These, thank you. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Happy Curmudgeon. Just Carve Rob. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Rob, for coming, man. Really appreciate you, sir. Maybe one time Jordy will come in with you. Much love, tribe. I'll just see if I can close out till 4 o'clock. Got to keep that hamster happy about how long I make my show. Got to be 2 hours. But the hammy ain't happy. Don't forget the likes before you leave. And Blacktail Studios, yes, Blacktail Studios. I will look that up. Thank you very much for the info, because I'm just a sponge when it comes to art and creating and all the different things that you can learn. I love it. Runix says, mine was 5.5 hours yesterday. Holy smokes! I couldn't do it, dude. I can't do it. Just standing here for 2 hours, I'm aching, man. Like when I go inside, I'm flat on my back. Oh, and I turn on the live and rewatch it, just because, and I just lay there because it's quite just to stand here is quite an effort for me. But hey, I can stand longer than I can sit, so that's why I stand and carve. That's why I stand and draw upstairs in the studio, is because it hurts more to sit. So I feel that, says Rob. Yeah, you take care, brother. You're always in my thoughts, Rob. And I don't know, man, but I did send you that yoga stretch thing once. Maybe think about trying it, because it just takes 20 minutes, but it hurts. It helps my situation. And I didn't think it would in the beginning. When I found it, I was like, yeah, whatever. But then I sat there and I watched it, and it says specifically for back pain and sciatica. And so I tried it, and it really does help. It only takes 20 minutes. Have you heard of that one girl who's been live for years? I'm not sure. Thanks for another great live stream. You're welcome, Lawrence. Thanks for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank all y'all. The WIP Wednesdays. The Wick Wacka Wicka Wow. Wowwy'z Workshop. And I'll be here next Wednesday, and we're going to keep working on Bing until Bing is complete and we can hear Bing sing. All right, guys? Thank you, Grumpy. Love you guys. Love you, brother. Thank you all for coming. It's been a great one, and I appreciate you. Hit like on the way out. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more fun. Much love, everybody. There is no YouTube without you. Wowie out.